that's the next generation, and I kind of feel bad for how that happened to him because he really played his off. And then he went to Colorado where nobody was even looking at Colorado like that. This boy was the talk of the top 2 quarterbacks in his class. There's no way in hell he go fit around.
Yo, peace. Welcome back to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I'm Carmelo Anthony here with my co-host.
It's your boy, the Kid Merrill, the human durag flap. I keep it wavy, and this is a Wave Originals presented by FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Man, listen, on this episode of 7 p.m. in Brooklyn is a very special occasion. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's New York City, baby. It's Giants Town. And we are joined by the guy. You know what I'm saying? The one, the only. 6th overall pick in the 2024 draft. You know what I'm saying? He's coming off a Pro Bowl selection in his rookie season. He got the NFL record for most receptions by a receiver in his rookie season. He is him. Please welcome to the show, to the hook. You know what I'm saying? To 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. New York Giants star wide receiver, Malik Nabers. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, gang. You know what I'm saying? Good to have you on the show, my G. You know what I'm saying? Welcome.
Appreciate it. I didn't know I did all that, but damn.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We do our research over here at 7 p.m., baby. You know what I'm
You
saying?
don't know when you're in the moment.
We don't fuck around. Yeah, nah. You know what I mean? And you deserve your flowers, champ, because, yo, you know, the Giants, you know, as a fan, I've been locked in for a long time. And, you know, when we got you, I was like, I bet, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, something's going to happen.
You couldn't wait for this shit.
Yeah. No, you already. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
So, listen, while we have Malik on the show, we're going to get into some dope topics like the NFL draft experience, LSU and their wide receiver legacy, and Malik's perspective on life in the NFL.
You know what I mean? And, of course, you know what it is. It's the number one show in America with the number one segment in America. Fuck with it or fuck out of here. You know what I mean? But first, we got to kick things off with the connect. You know what I'm saying? Malik, what is the first time collecting with our guy, the Peace God, Melo, and or coming up as a young athlete? What's your first memory of Carmelo Anthony?
Man,
You said my government like that?
Nah, I mean, hey. That's what it's saying, 2K.
All right.
Shit, to be honest, it was really like watching them play for the Knicks and stuff like that. Seeing them, shoot them threes. Everybody was focused on his form, how he just was able to just knock down threes consistently. So, just watching him and Bron competing and stuff like that. So you always go watch those games and just how he carried himself off the field, just with his swagger, just how he dressed and stuff like that. So, that was really, how I knew Melo. I knew about the star, but, I'm probably into the fashion. So how he carried himself was just fashion. It kind of, attracted just a lot of people just with that. And playing on side, a lot of all-time greats. So, it's kind of hard to not forget about him. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer now. So congratulations you for that.
Respect.
Yeah.
And having seen him coming up as a young athlete, did it give you kind of like a little bit of a blueprint of like when you got drafted by New York, you was like, I bet. Like I seen what Melo did.
Right.
I seen how he moved. I know what I could do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I seen how he took over the city. He had a lot of people, rooting, for what he was standing for, what he was going for. He had a lot of, New York fans are just around him about, him playing for the Knicks and stuff like that. So, when I got drafted here, he was kind of just like a model to look after, to how to take over the city, how to love on the city, have the city love on you. So it's a great blueprint that he set for me. So I'm just trying to follow in the same footsteps, try to make it a little bit bigger. I mean, I'm always trying to go for bigger and better things, but just follow what those guys before me did and keep doing it step by step.
Yo, honestly, bro, I gotta say, as a fan, you right there. You climbing steadily every year. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you right there, bro. Like it's when people talk about New York athletes, they talk about the Carmelos, they talk about the Derek Jeters, right. But then that new generation coming in, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like the Volpes, the Aaron Judges, those guys coming up in different sports, man. Like you right there on that next wave of guys in New York City, man. Like, do you feel pressure by that, or do you feel like, nah, man, I got this. Like, I know what I'm built. Right. I know how I'm built.
I mean, I felt pressure my whole life. I mean, being the only son, in the fam, growing up with a single mom, it was pressure just to grow up fast. It was a lot of pressure, not having a father figure in my life until the age of probably like 13. So I always felt pressure. So when I feel it, I kind of don't use it as the the certain way of just being scared. I use it as, God has prepared me already for just to see how I'm going to face this adversity, or whether it be just this life that I'm living. So it was already made for me to win. So it's no pressure really when I'm, what I'm doing. I'm just showing everybody who I am, how I was raised, and how I carry myself. And, with the new wave of generation, how you were saying, I think that is leading to the right direction. I mean, we got a lot of stuff we need to work on, for sure. But, I'm just trying to show everybody just how I was made, how I grew up, from the gut and grind to just who I am. So I think I've been, doing a great job of that, just feeding the energy of people like that, and just, showing who Malik Nabers is.
You got an opportunity to, like, really do something special.
Yeah.
Like cement yourself into, like, New York sports. Just the culture. We talking about culture now. We ain't talking about the people who sit behind and write story, make up story. We talking about the culture of what New York is and what New York represent. Like, you got off to the right on the right foot. You get what I'm saying? No matter what the success of the team is, like, that's a lot of that is not in your control. Right. But for you to be able to come into the league, come into New York, handle yourself the way that you handle yourself, like, people see that. You know what I mean? It's a responsibility for you, because you young enough for these younger generation, these younger guys to actually be like, damn, I want to see what Malik is doing. I want to listen to what he's listening to. I want to be where he at. So you have an opportunity to kind of lead that generation in New York. If you're doing that, that's bigger than anywhere. So keep doing that shit, man, because that's honorable.
You were considered one of the most explosive athletes in your draft, 42-inch vertical. Do you ever think about hooping? Or are you one of those multi-sport athletes?
42 is crazy, though.
Yeah, I'm one of those athletes. I played baseball growing up. I really love baseball. That was my main sport that I wanted to play. So I think it helped me play receiver because I was an outfielder and I was a third baseman. So, tracking the ball, it comes easy. Basketball, I never really had, I used to go around with a basketball around the apartment complex, just bouncing and doing the behind the bags, all the stuff he used to do, stuff like that. All the Jamal Crawford and stuff like that. But growing up, I never had the opportunity to play recreational sports because, the funds wasn't right in the household. So I wasn't able to start playing unless I was, dealing with school. So I got the opportunity to start playing football in middle school where, I didn't really have to pay for a lot. All I had to do was just get cleats and, find a way back and forth from home. So I couldn't really play AAU and stuff like that. So I never really played basketball, but when I got to high school, I kind of took it to a different level. I tried playing basketball. I wasn't really that good. I couldn't really dribble with my left, so I was kind of like a little late bloomer. But I still go play every now and then. I still do my little go to the goal, fade away, step back. So I do it nowadays, but I couldn't do it before.
Sit him left.
Yeah, sit left.
Yeah,
sit him left.
But you bust somebody ass in like an LA Fitness type situation.
Oh, hell yeah. He ain't fucking with me.
He's super athletic, though, so he just throw it up.
I'm going to go get it.
Yeah.
Right.
It'd be hard playing basketball with them, man. It's hard.
Listen, we was talking about this earlier off camera.
Because the physicality.
Football players playing basketball like football players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't come bull. The thing is, a lot of people think you can bullshit when you play pick up with football players. You can't bullshit with them. Because naturally they are aggressive. Naturally y'all aggressive. Y'all taught to attack the ball. You get what I'm saying? So anytime you feel like they could get the basketball, they gonna reach. They gonna, you know what I mean? So they chest bump you, they body bump you.
Yeah,
you gotta really come to play against the football guy and pick up
fouls and shit like
that.
Ain't
no fouls.
I'm going to the goal and I'm just bumping somebody and but I ain't calling no foul. They might get a foul to me just who I am because I go play in the gym and stuff like that and they know who I am, so they always might foul me. They always might grab me. You all right? Ball up top. You feel me? So it's like with that, I don't call no fouls, so I feel like it'd be a little soft. I don't want to play against grown men. I'm kind of feeling soft, so. And I always grew up around older people, so I was a young cat, but I was always with older people. So, like I said, I grew up early, so playing that, you calling fouls, you last small, you got to play just like those boys playing.
You got to go home, you call a foul, you young.
Yeah, get this little nigga out of here.
We got to get him out of here. Get him out of here, man. Where you aunt at, man?
Is somebody picking you up?
we have a special segment on this show called 7 p.m. moment. It refers to just that fork in the road moment when you got to decide whether I'm gonna go left or I'm gonna get right. And where this you going this way or that way, or that will set you down a very specific pathway. So you have to be locked in, I would say, about what decision you do, what you decide to do. I'm very curious to know. We are. And we have a lot of people sit on this couch over here. Like, what was your kind of 7 p.m. moment that you said, this is the fork in the road. If I don't make this decision, I'm going left.
Right. So I'll probably bring it back to, my senior year of high school. I changed schools. I was my freshman year, I didn't play varsity. Sophomore and junior, I played varsity. My sophomore and junior year, I started picking up a lot of offers and stuff like that, kind of being recruited and, all of the whole nine. But after my senior year, I transferred to a different school because, I was into a lot of stuff in school. I was, hard-headed in school. So I was into a lot of stuff. My mama wanted to bring me in a different school to just bring me away from that because she felt like if I continue to stay at that school, I might mess up my future.
Indeed.
So, we switched houses and stuff like that. So I had to go to a different school because it was out the way. My mom couldn't bring me to school and go to work. So the school zone was out the way. So I tried going to this different school. And, where I'm from, if you transfer a school in a year, you got to sit out a year. But if you got a reason of moving, you can play your senior year. So moved to a different, school zone, thought we had it. But being the type of player that I was, everybody thought I was arrogant, a hard head. I always thought, just because, I talk shit and I carry myself or just how, I feel like I can't be fucked with. So that's how I carry myself. So they always thought about that arrogance. So, a lot of coaches ain't really like that. So they had a plan that was set for me to go play that senior year. So when it was time for me to go play that senior year, they denied me from playing my senior year of football. So I had to sit out that year. So if with football, sitting out a year, if those college coaches not seeing you improve year after year, they kind of start to fall back.
Right.
So I had to commit early just to make sure my scholarship was locked in. So I committed to Mississippi State. And I only had, with football, a lot of kids don't know this nowadays, that when you get an offer, it's not really a scholarship offer for you to go play there. It's just they want you. Some people might offer you and not talk to you the next day. And at the end of your recruitment, they're going to send something in the mail that's going to say an official offer to where they got a scholarship for you to go play. So I only had two of those. One was from Mississippi State and one was from Georgia. So I committed to Mississippi State probably some months before I even got that. But I had got this call. It was right before signing day. I got this call probably some days before signing day. It was one of my coaches at LSU. His name was Coach Carter at the time. He was like, man, look, we got a scholarship offer waiting for you and stuff like that. But beforehand, when I wanted to decommit from Mississippi State and commit to LSU, I was trying to commit, and he didn't let me know that all the people that was committing had already committed in that class, so I ain't have a scholarship for me. So they ghost me. For like, a week or two. So, I was trying to commit and they ghost me. So I was like, man, fuck LSU, I ain't going there, how they did me dirty, stuff like that. So, getting that call, like I said, a week before, he like, yeah, some things had happened before that, so we can't really, we couldn't really start the conversation about it. But he was like, look, we want you to come over here. And I was like, nah, man, y'all ghost me and stuff like that when I was trying to commit, y'all played in my face. So he was like, look, trust me, take some days on it, think about it. So I had a talk with my uncle, my father figure nowadays in my life. He was like, the opportunity for you to go play at LSU, is one in a lifetime. He was like, if you leave from being a Louisiana native and you go to Mississippi State, take a look at some people that did that. Speedy knows some other guys that did that. They got lost. They wasn't as legendary as they thought they was going to be leaving from home. And I took a look at Mississippi State receivers that had got drafted. It was really none. I took a look at just the competition that they got over there. Really was none. So I made that decision the day of signing day. I was switched over. Nobody even knew. I told Coach Carter, I'm like, look, just send the papers. I'm gonna make the decision in the morning. I really don't know what I'm gonna do, and I can't tell you yeah or no. I'm gonna just go off of what I feel, just what my heart say. So I had a conversation with my mama, and she was like, "Look, wherever you go, you know, I'm riding with you, right or wrong. It don't matter where you go, you know, I'm gonna still be there supporting you." So, I decided to, when I woke up in the morning, everything that was in my head was just LSU, LSU, LSU. So, you know, in the morning, I put on the Mississippi State hat. I kind of felt like a iffy vibe when I put it on. I took it off and I put the LSU one on, and I signed the paper, and you know, the rest is history. So that was kind of my moment. Had I went to, you know, Mississippi State, and the reason being was when I look at all those guys that got, you know, the scholarship to go to Mississippi State in my class, they end up all leaving. Some of them didn't even play. Some of them failed out, stuff like that. So had me being around that energy, it could have led me to the same way.
That's a fact.
And the coach that recruited me, he left some months after that. And the recruiters that recruited me, they came to LSU. So, you know, everything worked out perfectly. And also about the Georgia offer that I officially had, his name was Coach Hankton. I knew him, you know, very well. 2 years after I, you know, was at LSU, the coaching staff got fired my sophomore year. He attended LSU, so he was my coach, my receiver coach, and would have been my receiver coach how I took the Georgia offer. So, you know, God working mysterious ways, bro.
Hey.
Like everything just mapped out right with just me making that one decision and not going to Mississippi State.
The law don't make no mistakes, man.
Yeah, facts. You don't
like
miss.
that right there is like it's all about a feeling. You know what I mean? To me, I'm hearing like it's all about a feeling, like your gut, what you really going to. It's a lot of everybody. We all go through it as athletes. You know, we got to make that decision, and it's like you're always looking for something to be like, nah, you know what, to help me out make that decision.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's a hard decision. So in most cases, people would have probably been on his back. Yo, go here, go there, but boom, like he took his time and went to one person. You know what I'm saying? That's all it takes for somebody to show you the light,
right?
And dangle greatness in your direction. Like
especially
LSU is greatness. You get? I'm not to say Mississippi State not, but it's like when you talk about goals and road to greatness and you ain't getting better than LSU, especially for somebody that's coming from Louisiana. Like that's different. You know? That's different. It ain't like LSU was some back run-of-the-mill organization. Like this is LSU. Like for you to leave Louisiana when LSU was right there and you that guy, nah. That don't pan out like that.
But like, especially just like, you know, that decision, that's your college. Like you gotta pick the right choice to go to college because if you want to get to the next level, this the next step to get to that. So that gotta be the right decision. And, you know, me sitting out my senior year, I wasn't the 5-star that I wanted to be. And I feel like I was. I wasn't the, you know, the big recruit that I thought I was going to be. So going to LSU, I was kind of at the bottom of the list. And the receiver room was packed. Like, you know, they full of receivers. Everybody going there to be a receiver now.
That's
so
receiver you right there.
That's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like you going in there, not really the hype that you is about. Everybody just like, okay, he just the one that we got just to, you know, just say that we got him. He hometown. We couldn't let him leave.
Insurance policy, right?
You feel me? And then jump all the way to the top. It's kind of just, I saved their life. That's how I feel like I saved them. They didn't really save me. I feel like I was going to do what I did regardless. It didn't really matter about what school I went to. It was just like, wherever I went, I'm going to just beat everybody that's there out. So, but I still had some people in my corner when I got to LSU that helped me get here.
That was your attitude going into anywhere. Don't matter where it was. Like, yo, whoever's in that receiver room, don't matter. I'm X. I'm WR1 right here.
Supposed to.
Listen, we was talking about this shit off camera. Doug, and you're not too far removed from this. You know what I mean? The NFL draft just went down this past week. There was a lot of conversation about it. You know what I mean? A lot of, especially about one player in particular. You know what I mean? We saw you playing catch with Shedeur in the streets of New York a few months ago. I peeped that, bro, and I was just like, I did the Tiger Woods. I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
Cause this, as a Giants fan, you see this, bro. You just scrolling on TikTok or Twitter or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You just see this, you're like, oh,
because
shit.
it's a vibe. You get what I'm saying? It's like you ain't seeing this nowhere else. You get what I'm saying? Like this, you in the streets of New York, like you niggas just playing catching football. Like it's culture and all. You know what I mean? So he bringing a different culture here too.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So speak a little bit on your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like your thoughts on how he fell in the draft. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Being a projected like top 10 pick. You know what I mean? To being chosen in the 5th round. You know what I mean? Speak a little bit on that because I mean personally, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I'm watching this shit and I'm just like, yo. Day 3, I'm like, this is nuts. How did you feel about the whole situation?
Those
was crazy. Yeah, those are.
I need them right there. But
those just is
I'm gonna
sick.
speak on a lot of things. First, I'm gonna speak on the video. You know, we had mutual conversations, me and him. During high school, I'm gonna go back to high school. He had hit me up like in Twitter. He wanted me to come play. I think his school that he went to was Trinity, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted me to come play over there, but I had just started school, so I couldn't. They had started school a little bit later, and I wasn't gonna have nowhere to stay, so it didn't feel right just me moving from Louisiana and tell my mama to duck everything off. You feel me? On a dream, so I couldn't really go play with him in high school. I'm not even sure if you remember that, but I do. But about the video, we were just trying to bring some hype to New York, playing catch. That was just a way of just telling, the organization or just everybody around, what we possibly can do if we, got together. So, again, about the draft situation, that goes to show just like about people that's coming up in the draft, they see in the pre-draft and stuff like that, before they even, get to the draft or before they even start playing football, they come out with the pre-drafts of these guys that might go 6th round. They in the 1st round and they, they telling everybody, oh man, I'm projected to be a 1st round. But that don't mean nothing. That rather show that don't mean nothing. Like you could be the top guy, everybody can be watching you, everybody can be rooting for you, and you still fall. So you can't really trust all that. But I was really speaking on this conversation with a couple of my buddies about you don't do that to a person. Like you don't do that to somebody like that. You can't knock his talent. You can't knock about. I heard a lot of things about. He take unnecessary sacks. I mean, he had a battle line. He threw with a 70%, with a battle line. Talk about his escaping the pocket. You can pull up penny clips of him escaping 3 to 4 tackles, throwing it down the field.
Yep.
All his damn near 3 of his receivers had 1,000 yards. Like you can't knock that.
Yeah.
Like you can't shake that. Most of his receivers had over 8 to 7 touchdowns, 7 to 8 touchdowns. He played with Travis Hunter. He won the Belinikov. Some things you just can't knock. Like, come on, bro. Like we gotta stop making feelings with how people play linger. Like, yeah, he might have some things that he might say on camera, off the field. Whatever was dealing with that don't have to do with how he plays football. We here for one thing, and that's to play football. Everybody got different personalities. You never gonna meet somebody that got the same personality anywhere. Like, you can't mix that. We all made different. So for them to judge him on just the things that he say or how he carry himself, bro, how he carry himself is all about how his dad raised him.
And designed
and they
that.
know Deion. We all know Deion, bro. Come on now. We all know Deion. They was just doing that just to, to show how they bigger than what he wanted to stand for. And I understand that, but you don't do that. You don't do that. Like not to a kid like that been working their whole life, been told that Deion's kids was never gonna be as good as him, and he plays quarterback. Deion played corner, so Deion not really teaching them about quarterback. He played a different position.
Yep.
So for them to do that, bro, I lost a little bit of respect for it because just what the black youth stand for right now. We trying to make it a big thing, especially to be a black quarterback.
Yep.
And to try to take that bigger than what it is. Like nowadays, in my division, we got 4 black quarterbacks that's finna be playing in the same conference. It's never been done.
Yep.
We got a lot of black quarterbacks who win Super Bowls right now. It's never been done. So that's the next generation, and I kind of feel bad for how that happened to him because he really played his ass off.
Mm-hmm.
And he took it from a different level. He went to Jackson State. And then he did what he did at Jackson State, bought that program, brought a lot of people to Jackson State that never knew about Jackson State, about football.
Put them on the map.
Changed a lot of family lives.
Then went to Colorado where nobody was even looking at Colorado like that. And having all these people look at them play and do what he did
Prime time.
and then do him like that. Like, come on, bro. Y'all know y'all weren't supposed to. This boy was the talk of the top 2 quarterbacks in his class. There's no way in hell he go fit around.
I think it's 2 things, man. Like, number one, like,
I hate
we always
that
talk
shit,
about,
yeah.
it's like, this is a business. You know what I mean? Like, the game is a business. And if you see somebody like Shedeur where it's like, yo, wherever he go, cameras follow.
Right.
So eyeballs equals money. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's in your locker room, you in there, he's throwing the ball to you, that's, to me, if I'm a GM, I'm like, I need that. Right. We selling jerseys, baby. Like, we going crazy. We having bobblehead night. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The second thing is a lot of casual fans don't understand what you mentioned earlier on when you were speaking about the offensive line. There's intricacies, man, to, like, you know, the conference. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things that matter, you know what I'm saying, when you're evaluating a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And I understand somebody slipping from the first to the second round because of certain little dumb things. But, bro, to the 5th?
This is the part of the game that's whack. We're always talking about the dark side of sports.
Politics.
It's the dark side of sports where this is an attack at prime in a sense. Like, but it's an attack on a black family, like, and a black man who raised his young men to be men. You get what I'm saying? Prime ain't do nothing wrong. He walked the line. You get what I'm saying? What he did in his career, his sons and them ain't do that. You don't hear nothing bad about Shedeur. None of them boys, or the girls. Like, you don't hear nothing bad about them. They straight. They do what they do. They handle their business. They take care of business. This is a family business over here. So the fact that you don't like how I run my family business, you could say that about any other family business that's out there. You get what I'm saying? Just because it's in sports and Prime is he's in a seat. Mm-hmm. That a lot of people want that seat. And he's doing it his way. And he's talking his talk. And he's proving it step by step. It ain't about winnings and losses with me. It's about developing these young boys into young men. This is what we seeing. You can't go from being, he's one of the 2 picks. He's number 1 or number 2 pick to just falling off the draft board. Yeah. That's a lot of conversations. That's a lot of shit. That's a lot of phone call. Yo, don't take it. Now they want to make it about his interviews. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Nah, bro.
You know how many fucked up interviews just say NFL in general. You know how many fucked up niggas can't do the NFL? Yeah. They had fucked up interviews.
Red flags all over.
Come on, bro. Yeah. Now then they want to say he couldn't read the play. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about now?
Come on, man.
So they start to just add shit on there to try to, and we so stupid, and I say we as society, we just quick to jump on a narrative and quick to just jump the gun on a lot of shit without really not knowing. Nobody knows what the fuck happened in those rooms. Mm-hmm. He may know because he's part of, an organization who interviewed him, but nobody knows. So you can't ridicule a guy. You got to have an eye test too.
Yeah.
He can play.
That's what it is.
You get what I'm saying? You can't keep raising the bar on him every single time. Oh, he can't go, he can't run out the pocket, can't scramble. What you mean? Go watch the film. Right. He's tackled every issue that everybody said he couldn't do. And because of that, his receivers are successful. Right. Deion, the first thing he said when he got to Colorado, I got to get an O-line.
Yep.
I'm invested in the O-line. This is things that people not taking account for. Like, I'm just fucked up about it because he's never did nothing wrong. Mm-hmm. So we seeing what, we love the vibe. Y'all love the shit. When they're in Colorado and all the cameras is there and they love this. They love the shit.
Lil Wayne there with the hoodie on.
They love it. They love it until they don't love it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out with that. This is a new game. This is a new generation. This is new energy that's coming in.
Right.
He think differently He's sitting there. I mean, football guys, we just sat on this couch. He think a lot differently, prospectively. They all thinking like that. Coming in, they all thinking like that. You can't fault me for wearing chains and wearing iced out watches. And I ain't do nothing illegal. I'm getting paid in college to get this. My dad is my dad. My family's my family. This is what we do over here. Don't be mad at us because of what we do.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They fall to LeVar Ball for that shit too. It's like you want to see it so bad. We want to see it. Everybody want to see the rise. But when you get there as a black family and as a black man who's doing it, then it's like, nah. He's too boisterous. He's too flamboyant. He's too, he's shining too much. He's too loud. He need to sit down. He need to go work out. This kid work out all day, every day. This kid train all day, every day.
And right.
This kid is a natural, very good player, bro.
To that point.
That worked.
We was talking about that earlier, and you can speak to this, Leak. A guy like Shedeur, who I agree with you, bro, we consider to be a gamer as opposed to a dude that's going to give you, yo, come work out and do these drills. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could do that, of course, you know what I mean? But where he really shines is when, like, the pressure's on, game is on the line, third and long, you know what I mean? We got to get this down. That's when you really get maximum.
His dad was prime. His dad is prime.
You know what I'm saying?
Who understands moments. We about moments over here.
Right.
This is about moment. In this last 8 minutes of this game, it's moment time. Fourth quarter is moment time.
Yep.
And this is how he operated. He's been operated like that and trained like that from a little boy on moments. Take advantage of moments. To me, when I see him, he look like he's a gamer to me. Yeah, he can throw the ball, he can scramble, he can in training and working out, but he's a gamer. You put him in game situations, he make plays. You put him with an offensive line who's a professional offensive line who's semi-decent, you're going to see it. You see him with receivers now. You see him with guys who professionals, niggas who nice.
Yeah, facts.
Now it becomes about eye test now. It's eye test. You can't sit there and say that this player is better, this quarterback is better than that quarterback.
Right. You ain't make it here being ass.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Especially just like going and speak about like, that's his family business. Like, that's what they do. That's how, like he said, how Deion run his family. When you look at the cameraman is
his son.
And their brother is telling about their brother's life.
Mm-hmm.
And the cameraman is not jumping in his brother's limelight.
Nah.
They all got it under control.
Yep.
You look at Shiloh and Shedeur. Shiloh understand his assignment. Shedeur understand his. The camera understand his. Deion understand his. The sister understand his. There's nobody jumping in front of nobody. They're doing everything right.
Mm-hmm.
This been going on since Shedeur and them was kids. They've been had a TV show since they was kids. So now everything is just starting to backfire on them for doing everything right. I have never heard about Shedeur being in trouble.
About nothing.
Nothing.
None of them.
Nothing. There's nothing wrong.
Like
They're
you said.
playing football.
Yeah.
And they're carrying themselves how they want to carry themselves. I'm going to be honest, bro. I ain't never had what I got now. So, of course, I'm going to buy it now. Of course, I'm going to show it now. Of course, we got these rappers and stuff like that. They watch, they do it. They do it. Okay, cool. We want to do that too. What's so big about me having my own chain that showcase about what I accomplished? This is not no jury. This is an accomplishment. This is my trophy. I come from the rough. This is the diamonds that I got found with. This is mine. I was able to afford this. I'm the diamond in the rough. I'm just showing you how bright I'm shining now. And I'm showcasing it with the stuff I'm wearing. What's so bad about that?
Nah, it's true, man. And especially in football, man, because football is the type of sport where it's like you really put yourself on the line every snap. You know what I'm saying? And, I agree, man, to not be able to be like, yo, listen, dog, like, I did this. Like, you know what I mean? Like you say, you can't wear a trophy.
Yeah.
So you got to wear a trophy.
I just don't like how they keep upping the bar on him, man. They keep raising the bar on him. They keep raising the bar on Deion. They raising the bar too much. You get what I'm saying? They raising it too much. It's unfortunate. You get what I'm saying? And they did it the right way. Deion did it the right fucking way. That family did it the right way.
Right.
And they getting, they getting penalized for that. Like how you gonna be penalized for raising a family?
Raising a family, and like you were saying,
in the limelight though.
That's what I was about to say.
You raised a family, and I raised this family in front of the world.
Right.
I raised this family in front of the world.
So you already know what's going on.
You already know what it is. Don't try to act like you now all of a sudden shit is brand new. I've been had the 15 chains on coming to the games. My son, Shedeur, been wearing them 5, 6 chains and 10, 11, 12 years old playing football. You know what I mean? He's been doing that. This is who they are. This is their entertainment. This is why we fell in love with the Sanders family, why we fell in love with Prime. And he's showing us how to give it back to the next generation. I'm taking control of my son and my kids. I ain't putting my shit in y'all hands. Y'all niggas is crazy.
I know
you see what happens when I put it y'all. You see what happens.
Right.
You see what happens. He go from second pick to 5th round when I let y'all do this shit.
And just about what you saying, or just about this is our way of shining. And you said just like we a high class athlete, you know, especially with football, we go through what we do, the injuries and stuff like that. That's every sport. When we go out there and we show the world how we do things, that's all that they never looked at when we was outside late at night practicing, sweating, hurting, injuries. You still got to go through it. Practice, you hurting, you still want to play in the game. Family counting on you. You got to make it to the next level. You sacrificing a lot. I remember just times where I wanted to go party. I couldn't do it. I'm getting that phone call from my receiver coach. He like, nah, it's time to work. You got to do it. You want to be where you at? You want to go where you want to go? You got to come on. You can't go out. It's been many times where I ain't want to go and leave my friends or wanted to be around my friends and got to ship out somewhere because I got to go to a camp. Or they going somewhere have fun. They hoop dreams or they football dreams done for, but I still got to go what I got to do in college. I got to go back up the road to go to college, but they get to stay home and do what they want to do, live a regular life. But I got a list of things I got to do. I got to focus on the schedule. I got to wake up in the morning, go to workouts, get a shower, hurry up, get to study hall, study for a class.
Yep.
After that, go to 4 classes. Then after that, skip that, try to give me something to eat. Then skip that, then go to meetings and learn about how I can get better as an athlete. And skip that, go out and learn the playbook and how to do that. Skip that and gotta do some whole treatment on my body. Then gotta find a way to go home and live a regular life for 4 hours because I gotta go to sleep and do the exact same thing over again for months. They don't understand that. The world don't understand what we go through as athletes. They just see us when we playing. And when we don't play right or we going through something, they just skip over it. They say, oh, he fell off. Or he not good no more. Nah, bro.
He washed up this, that.
Come on, bro. Like, it ain't always gonna be perfect, bro. It ain't always gonna be perfect.
Nah, that should be pissing me off, bro. That shit piss me off, man. Because it's
that's crazy.
And I got a message for you, champ, because you should never feel like y'all can't just do what y'all want to do. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody's different personalities. You in that locker room with 65, some 75 niggas in there. Like it's 70 different personalities in that locker room. So you have to figure out what's your personality. You get what I'm saying? How are you going to fit into this? How are you going to impact what's happening over here? And everybody's personality is different. So don't never feel like you got to do something different. Do it your way. You get what I'm saying? Be respectful about it. Do it your way. Stand on what you stand on. As long as you put the work in and you respectful and you respect the craft, then you do what you want to do. You get what I'm saying? But don't never feel like you can't do this and you can't do that because it's too much. It's too much that's happening nowadays to be super locked in now. That shit is causing mental health and issues. That shit is for athletes in general. It's a lot of issues. To his point, the cycle of doing that every single day will drive you fucking insane if you're not strong enough to deal with that. So I know the amount of work and time and effort that I put into my craft. If I decide to go out there and throw 16 chains on, if I decide to go out there and throw a bust down watch on, if I decide, this is what I'm going to do. If I want to, I'm getting the bread. I made $10 million in college. I took a pay cut to go play in the NFL. Like, and that's what they don't like. That's what they don't like. Nah, we can't get this. We can't give him. Nah, we give him 40-something million. It's over. It's over. We gonna give him, you know, man, a little $4 million deal. Humble himself a little bit. That's how shit work.
But now,
how many people? One last. How many people's in the draft room?
Shit, 11 to 14. Well, kids?
No.
With your family?
No. In the draft, in the room, the war room, with the organization, GMs, scouts. How many people's in that room on draft day?
It's like 30 people.
30 people in there. You know how many fucking different opinions it is in there?
Yeah.
It's so many different opinions in there, and everybody's not going to have the same opinion. And then sometimes that one opinion that trumps everything got to make that decision. And that's what we seeing right here.
Recently, he got pranked by the son of Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich on day 2 of the draft. Have you ever experienced anything like that?
That's foul.
Because I seen that and I was like, bro, I ain't never.
That's foul.
Especially, I've never seen that. And I couldn't imagine going through that because you feel like after day 1, you know, we all seen the party. You know, we all seen how many times the cameraman cut went to their party, looked at Dion and his son. We all seen that. Come on, bro. And then he did that speech at the end. And then the second day, comes by and you get that call. It's like that. I'm not going to worry about it, but it's also that relief like, okay, whatever we did, it worked. And I get that call and I'm about to change my life. I feel like I can take the step to the next level. And it's not really that. And then there's cameras on national television that's recording this. You know how embarrassing that is?
Bro.
You know how embarrassing I would feel? Like that's just a moment where I just feel like everything is just falling apart. Cause I feel like, boom, I'm about to change my life. And I was like, not happening. And I gotta wait some more. Like, bro, I didn't felt the nervousness of one of my best friends, his mom, his name is Trey Harris. He just got drafted by San Diego Chargers. And he went like 45th, I believe. And I went over there after he got drafted, shook his hands, told him congratulations. But after that, I talked with his mom and she was like, bro, you know how nervous, we felt. You never know when you're going to get called.
Right.
I've been here sitting with him on this TV watching everybody get called. Everybody. He like, man, I seen the draft board. I might get picked from 40th to 50th to 60th. You never know if I might go to 99, 100. And you just sitting there waiting for a phone call. Yep. You know how stomach turning? And then your mom, she's been supporting you all. She's seen the work ethic. She know what you can do. And all she wants is her son's dreams to come true. And she just standing there waiting for you. It's too much for a mother also.
Yeah.
And then to hear, to get that phone call, it's like a relief pattern. It's like, oh, I'm finally making it.
I'm in there, yeah.
So I can only imagine just what, I didn't receive that. I was in the green room. I got picked 6, so I really never got to experience that. So, but I can only imagine just that weight of just trying to get your dreams to come true. Because it's like 600 people going into the NFL draft. It's a lot declaring. I ain't seen dudes declare and still ain't got an opportunity to go play. Like you feel me? They posting like life about to change, but they don't got the same opportunity somebody got. Now look at somebody that just declared for the draft and don't got near the stats that probably Shedeur got.
Right.
Or athleticism that this receiver did, and he was watching him when he was playing. He like, ooh, he going first round. That boy cold. And seeing him get drafted in the 5th round, you looking at yourself like, oh man, I got a high chance of not doing what I said I was gonna do.
Right.
And you've been gained up by your partners. Your partner's been telling everybody, yeah, my partner going to the draft. He just declared. You feel me? You got your whole town rooting for you. They all there, Jeff. Now, you threw a big party. You know how embarrassing that is, bro?
Yeah.
You know how embarrassing that is? You go from big dreams to, man, I ain't want to do this no more.
Yo.
In one night, in a couple days, you go from all you want to do is get to a team and work hard and play ball, get on national television, have your people wear your jersey at the game, have everybody screaming, rooting for you. Finally, you feel me? You reach the top level you can get of sports in football. And you go from that to just, man, I don't want to do this no more. I feel like they ain't got nothing left for me in this sport.
That's why the sport do to you, man.
Man,
it's sports
crazy.
in general. Sports, I always said that. Like,
when
the sport don't love me as much as I love the sport, it's time for me to go.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's at the end. We're talking about shit ain't even get started yet for a lot of these guys, and that mentality. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, what I got to do. And I feel you when you said, like, you go from like, damn, first round, and we done made it, and we done did everything we had to do, everything we did done work. Now you get fifth round, and it's like you start questioning all the work up until that point. And that, when they talk about mental toughness in sports, it's very cliche-ish. You get what I'm saying? Everybody gotta be mentally tough in sports, and just in general. But that right there is the epitome of mental toughness, right? Because it's all gonna work out for him. It's all gonna work out for him. It may not work out right now for him, but it's gonna work out for him.
Talent is
it's because his talent and skill set is what it is. He'll continue to develop with that. You just gotta pay attention to what's happening, and it's a deeper meaning behind all of this. And just see it. Just watch it play out. And before we know it, you're gonna see number 2 in Cleveland up there hiking the ball. Like, it always plays out like that.
Yep.
Because when you pure and you got good intentions and you don't fuck nobody over and you stand on, you know what I mean? You do what you do, it always comes back to you.
Like, I mean, we talked about this already, but like, in hindsight is 2020. But before all of this, you know what I'm saying, coming into the draft, where did you think that the Giants might have picked Shedeur? And if not, where did you think he might have went to? Just as a fan.
After, we was looking into getting a quarterback. We had did the things releasing Daniel Jones, having, Tommy DeVito and, Drew Lock and those guys there. So, we was all about looking for who was going to be the next quarterback. Where we getting somebody out, free agency or drafting somebody. So, seeing the pre-draft alignment where all these guys going, we all knew Cam Ward was, going either first, second, or third. It wasn't getting past that, either first or second. But we all seen the teams that needed a quarterback. We was one of them, the Browns was one of them, and the Titans was one of them. So it's a high chance of a quarterback getting picked out of those 3 things. So, we all seen just about like who everybody needed, and Cam Moore was one of them, and Shedeur was one of them. But just about what the quarterbacks and what teams need. Yes, we needed a quarterback. Yes, we was high on whether we was going to get Cam Ward or Shedeur. But what things had other plans. Later on, I'm not sure about what happened. I didn't get the evaluation from my side of just what happened with his interviews or anything like that. So I really don't know. But yes, we was, a lot of people was head on either getting Cam Ward or Shedeur, rather than being who was going to get picked first.
Right.
So, yeah.
It could be devil's advocate, though. I like to play devil's advococate. But they already have Russ.
And Jameis.
Right? So if I'm first of all, I wouldn't do that. I'm not even going to say if I'm. Let me just say. They already have Jameis and Russ there at that position.
Yeah, but this was before.
Yes. No, I'm just saying now. I'm just saying the way that I'm trying to give them an opportunity to be thinking logically as opposed to emotionally.
Yeah.
Like, logically would be, we got Russ, we got Jameis, we got 2 veteran quarterbacks. We still got a great quarterback in Russell Wilson who can get shit done. He's a winning quarterback. We got young talent around that. We don't want to bring Shedeur in to wait. He's not going to want to wait. He want to go and play right now. You get what I'm saying? So in their mind, they like, do we need a quarterback? If we got these 2 already, he need veteran guy around him, right? Which Russ gives him that. Or we go draft Abdul. You get what I'm saying? Like this is how we got to think about it. This is how we got to think about it. If I'm in that situation as a GM, and it's football, I can't sit there and say too much about football, being a GM, but logics and business. Yeah. If I have the opportunity to draft Shedeur or draft Abdul Carter already having Russ and Jameis, I'm going to draft Abdul Carter. Because I'm still believing in Russ. I bought Russ. This is his. I'm still believing. I don't want Shedeur to be fourth in the QB room. But I wouldn't handle it that way. I wouldn't make excuses about interviews. I wouldn't make excuses about anything else other than here's a decision we made. This is why we made this decision. We feel like at this moment, this is what's best for our organization.
Right.
Because once you say something, it's a domino effect. You get what I'm saying? Once they said something, it's a domino effect. Now the interview process starts to come into play. Film room starts to come into play. Come on, man. You probably showed this man 2 plays, man. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what happened. But I'm just thinking that would be the logic way of thinking.
And it's like money in the room.
Right.
It's like you just paid Russ, you just paid Jameis. Top 3 person, you got to find a way to put that money into somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You draft a quarterback. Now you got a whole bunch of money that went to the quarterback room.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It didn't get spreaded out. You didn't get key players to put around the defense or around the offense. You went straight to one room and you packed it out.
When you have greatness at the helm like that in Russell Wilson in your quarterback room, you better pack that quarterback room. Like it's Mando. You have to have a QB room, a powerful QB room. If you have somebody like him at the helm.
Right.
So you have to invest in that. And hopefully they've invested in that and then with this whole draft. And, I'm not just pointing out the Giants, I'm pointing out there's other teams that's out there who had the opportunity to step up and build something and create something and add on to what they already got and bring something new to them. Because if you picking in those spots, that means you need something. You need something special.
Right.
So, shout out to Shedeur, man. And, even though he didn't go first round, he went 5th. You there, champ. You there now, and it's on you and it's go time. So
yeah, and for him, being who he is and, being very mature, just how he handled it.
Mm-hmm.
He's 21, 22.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know for me, if I'm waiting that long, I'm hotter than a 45. Like whoever called me gonna hear something. Where was you at? 3rd round. You feel me? Where was you at? You feel me? I'm hot. You feel me? You didn't did me like that. Y'all know it wasn't supposed to happen. You did me like that. You feel me? I'm steaming up. But for him to still handle it professionally, kudos to him, having all those people invited, speaking at the end of it, going 5th round, him still continue to talk to the coach, very respectful. Can't wait to get there. Can't wait to meet my teammates. Can't wait, you feel me, to show you how, I'm going to be a good quarterback. Showing up to the organization, still having, good smiles around people, you feel me? It just goes to show just like what kind of person he is, what kind of person Deion raised, or just what goes on in that family, or just about how good of a character he really is. Because I know for a person like me, like I'm hot, I'm going mad. I'm showing that I'm mad. I can't hide my expression. I can't shake the way I feel. And even though he was probably feeling that way, he did a great job of handling it.
The NBA playoffs are in full effect, so we had to get right with FanDuel.
Listen, FanDuel's the best place to find all your favorite player props, and now you can make the smarter play with new performance trends.
Want to see if a guy's hitting that over consistently, or maybe they've been flirting with a potential triple-double? Get the latest stats right inside the app and see who's heating up.
And once the game starts, that's when things get interesting because you can combine live prop bets into a same-game parlay for a chance to win big.
If you don't already have FanDuel, it's not too late to get in on the action. You'll get started with $200 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com/7PM to join today. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. If you love watching players get buckets, then you're going to love this promo from Dash Pass. During the playoffs, Dash Pass members will receive a special promotion every time a player scores 50 points or more in a game.
And listen up, all right? Because this is a Dash Pass members only deal. So sign up today and you can save all year round with no delivery fees and reduced service fees on eligible orders, plus perks like this one.
When a player scores 50 or more points during the playoffs, Dash Pass members will score a free 3-piece crispy tender combo from Wingstop. To claim the deal, just place a 3-piece crispy tenders combo from Wingstop in your cart. Make sure your cart has a subtotal of $20 or more and drop in the promo code WINGSTOP50 at checkout. Then place your order and go enjoy.
Again, make sure you use the promo code WINGSTOP50 the day after the 50-point game. The offer is valid with the use of the promo code from noon to midnight the day after the 50-point game on eligible orders at participating merchants. You must have an active Dash Pass account, though, and terms apply.
With the playoffs starting up, you know the stars are going to shine the brightest. So sign up for Dash Pass today for your chance to take part in this exclusive DoorDash deal. They swoosh, you save. You know, shout out to Shedeur in this draft, man. Sometimes you got to take a different road, different route to get with what we want. But in that interview, let's go back. We have this conversation on here a lot. We have some wide receivers on this couch, and it's a lot of the wide receiver.
It's one of them positions, man. Where, I guess
you know, the perception of wide receivers. You know. They ask you how you handle not getting the ball. That's something we've talked about with other receivers on this show.
Kind of nervous.
The misconception that comes with just playing that position, that wide receiver position. What's your take on the narratives around wide receivers?
Or just not getting the ball. Man, I think we all seen it first view after that Tampa game, smacking the gum.
Yeah. We saw that.
I felt you, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, get my man to rock, man. Stop playing with him.
Bro, I'm going to speak on, I ain't going to speak on all receivers, but I'm going to speak on, I'm speaking on all receivers. We all feel the same way. But we don't like we don't like not getting the ball, especially like, okay, cool. We done ran about 100 routes in the week. We done watched the film on the DB. We done learned the plays that we want to call. These coaches is telling us, we're going to call this on this down. We're going to call this when we get to this formation. You're going to score off this play. Not only are we watching film, they watching film also. So we got a high qualities when we go into the game. Oh, I'm about to score. You know, it's not often for a receiver to score that much. A running back might score 20 times a game. He can go on the 1 yard line and rush it in from that. We can't. We got to put that ball in the air, do something. So for us, is only so much opportunities that we have to do what we need to do. And when you tell a receiver he's going to get about 7 catches a game, we calculate that in our head. It's about 100 yards. I need that for my 1,000 yards. I need that to be in the Pro Bowl. I need that to get in the bracket so I can get paid. So you telling us that.
Bonuses and everything in the country.
Right.
Talk about that because that's something that people don't know.
Then you got 3, sometimes 4 out there on the field. You might have 4 receivers out there on the field. Like everybody expecting to probably get a ball. Plus now on top of that, if you don't got 4 receivers, you got a tight end, he's still running a route. You might get a running back, he running out. So it's 5 people out there running a route now. And you told me I was gonna get the ball, I'm getting open, and I'm not getting that pill. We got a problem.
We got a problem, dog.
We got a problem.
That's why they say receivers are divas.
Yeah, okay. Like we definitely a diva. Like I know for sure, like the people that I've played with, and I like quarterback can tell you, like I ain't playing by that ball, bro. Yeah.
We fuck with receivers. That's why we have a lot of receivers. we feel like that's a position just as fans. You know what I mean? Right. Somebody who watched the game.
That's excitement.
It's excitement. There. Like it's and it doesn't receive the credit that it deserves. Right. You get what I'm saying? I like tapping into the mindset of a receiver because, to your point, you may be out there the whole game and get 2 touches. Like the fact that you got to stay composed and you done been working all fucking week and you've been told I'm getting it, this is my play, and the quarterback do some dumb shit.
You get nervous and just throw it to the running back in the flat. Like, yo, fuck shit,
like a fumble, he do some dumb shit offsides. Now we got to switch this. Oh, man.
Especially
I would be hot too, champ.
throw it to the running back.
And I know I'm about to be open on this right, but I didn't ran it with the quarterback the whole week. We got to get on time for this. We got to get on time because I want to be on time with you when you coming out the route. And I don't get it. Or
And
the
I got
ball go low.
You see the rush coming, he's like,
I
oh,
got
shit.
a lemon guarding me right here, man.
And that route far.
Yeah.
And you got to go full speed.
Yeah.
Any switch of tempo that DB know, you got to be critique about how you run this route. And then you don't get it, you got to run back, get it again, and there might be another route that's long. And you got to remember, you might not get the ball in some of the routes that you run. You clean it out for this other dude to get the ball. So now you got to switch over to like, okay, cool. Not only am I not getting the ball, I got to run it to get this dude over to get the ball. And he get it.
You like, fuck that.
Fuck that, yeah,
Nah, you can't do that because like you got a relationship with the guys that's in there. Like you done built that.
It's players.
That's why,
Players fuck with players, but
Yeah.
that OC, yeah.
I'm gonna talk to you real quick. You know what I'm saying? On the side, we're behind the little card on the side.
especially because you don't want to be viewed as that in your room.
Yeah, facts.
As that selfish person. Oh man, Malik don't want to run his route so I can get the ball. Like he's selfish for me because receivers talk to receivers talk to coaches talk to other coaches, and they start to get around to like you the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't never want to be that problem because now they're figuring out about how to get rid of you. And once they get rid of you, they're gonna ask about the coaches, what you think about Malik? Should we pick him up? Nah, he a selfish player. You know, he don't get open for his guys. Nah, you ain't got a job.
That's a fact.
But it's crazy too because there's so many components to it, right? Like you got to do your thing. The other receivers on the field got to do their thing. It could be, the quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he got nervous. He threw it to the running back in the flat. But he could say, the O-line, bro, they gave me 0.9 seconds to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like they give me a blink of an eye to get the ball out. So there's so many like things that got to go right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For you to get that ball in and then do what you do, catching in stride, yards after the catch, you know what I mean? Deal with a DB, deal with a secondary. There's a lot.
I respect it though, man. I mean, I respect the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I respect the trenches though. You know what I'm saying? O-line, D-line. Like, I really respect the trenches. None of that shit happens without those guys. So they need some love too. But receivers, man, like they don't really get the love no more. They ain't getting the love no more. You know what I'm saying? It's running quarterbacks now. That's, you know what I mean? Yeah, nah.
But I always say
niggas just handing the ball off now. You know what I'm saying? You got hybrid players out there. Like,
come on, man.
It's tough out there for receivers.
One of the most exciting plays to me, what it's two, right, in football, is a receiver breaking a route, catching a ball in stride, you know what I mean, running, breaking a couple tackles, score, or just go for a long, you know what I mean, gain. And then the same thing like on the ground with a running back, like breaking a couple tackles, getting a big gain. Those are like the highlight plays of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, shout out to the trenches because I coach Pee Wees and my son played left guard, and that's, you know what I mean. A lot of coaches say that.
I'm not saying that this for your little man could go and train and work out to be left guard. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, when you get to the professional level, college and the professional levels and shit, them trenches mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? They special.
Them dudes look like they big, they 6'6", running like receivers. Michael Parsons is moving like a small forward, power forward.
Crazy.
Like doing juke moves, like dribbling the ball, like doing releases that I'm doing at receiver. He doing that at DN, wrapping around somebody, attacking the quarterback. Like, and it's 4, sometimes 5 of them doing that. Not to say it's a blitz. Like, he got a one-on-one now. And it's just him over somebody. You got to double team that dude. Cooked. He got his one-on-one now. He been waiting. He been watching that film on somebody. Then especially if it's a rookie. Yeah,
he'll take advantage of that.
Oh.
And he find what he want to do in that rookie. Man, come on, bro. Especially with Micah can move so many different ways. So all Micah gotta do is pick which one they probably feel as the least on the offensive line, and they going at just that person.
Y'all got one? Abdul like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
Abdul
saying.
is
Like,
like
you can't pass that dude up. You can't pass that
That's
up.
why I said I'm going to be, you know what I mean? I'm going to just be logical and hope that they thinking logical over there as opposed to being emotional.
Right.
Like they didn't miss with that draft pick. Like let's not get it for y'all didn't miss with that draft pick. So let's not get that full.
And it's crazy because usually as a Giants fan, you know, with the New York
Yeah,
fans,
they didn't miss. I give them that. They didn't miss with that pick.
They're hard to please, but Carter was a perfect pick right there because I feel like it's going kind of back to like them Super Bowl winning teams where they had, Tuck, straight hand, them dudes just harassing the quarterback every time, just like making him throw the ball, making him throw bad throws, and all that type of shit. So
Everybody said they want to tackle the quarterback. He really want the quarterback. Like he really hate the quarterback. He hate the quarterback. Jay. You don't even mention those letters to him.
what is the biggest difference now, takeaway, after having completed some NFL service between the NFL and college? Even though, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people say SEC is like little baby NFL. You know what I mean?
Just about college, bro. I'm not gonna say it was easy, but it was so easier than what I'm in now. Like it was so way easier from how me, Jaden, and BT did it. I knew a game I was going and I'm getting 100 and something.
Right.
The league is like you might get about 30 to 50. That's a good game. You might get about, if you get 4 receptions for 130, that's a good game with a tud. That's a great game.
That's an incredible game.
5 for 66 with a tud, that's a good game.
Okay.
A bad game might be 5 targets, 1 receptions for 3 yards. Now that's a bad game.
Well, that's a shitty game.
I have never did that in college. I've never won my junior. I've never been a game under 50 yards. So it's for me to go to that in the NFL and get some games with 30, 40. But that shit different. And they trying to hit, like they trying to kill you. Like you catch that ball, bro. I ain't caught the ball in some spaces while I'm like, oh, I'm about to get jiggy. Somebody come out of nowhere, boom. You might catch a good screen. Them D linemen, they running.
The closing time is crazy.
They running.
Yeah.
They trying to kill you. Like they not playing with you. You gonna find in college, you gonna find this nut in the defense that you gonna be like, oh, we going at him. I ain't seen something where I was like, oh, I'm going at him, and I done did whatever I wanted to do with him. In the NFL, it's not going like that. It's not going like that. That same dude, you might feel like he got a big jersey number on. He like that though. He like that.
They got 37.
He like that. He got big 35 on, no sleeves on. He is like that though. Like, you can't sleep on that.
Nigga 37 is like that.
39, he got it,
Boy,
bro.
fool like that. He was a first round pick. He dangerous and got numbers open right now. But he about to get his next year though, because he
got
like
no
that.
sleeves on or nothing.
Like,
We gotta
literally,
save the 39 because that shit ain't coming back next season.
he just playing comfortable.
Listen, man, we got a bona fide Hall of Famer, New York legend star in the building. What's it been like for you coming in with the hype, delivering on the hype, and being one of those guys? As a fan, I always say, like, is a bright spot in a Giants season. You know what I'm saying? Like, every game, you like, yo, what league about to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what package they got him in, what route he about to do, what route he about to run, he about to somebody up. You know what I mean? Catch that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you watching for that. You know what I mean? So, what's it like in this market in New York City, man? Like, coming up and just being a star athlete.
I mean, it feels great to, be around, a lot of guys that know who I am, that I grew up knowing exactly who they was. So I'm proud of what I did. I mean, it's still a lot left to do, but I'm just so glad that I got the opportunity to express and show the world who I am, dealing with the fact about how the season went. Because a lot of people was like, oh man, you feel me? They suck, this and that. But every time, I go somewhere, they always showing me love, can't wait to see me next year. So even though it was a bad on the other end, I'm kind of glad I was able to do the things that I did just to, put in my mind that it can be done and to keep that streak going, to just, with the New York life, they love the Knicks, they love the Yankees, they love the Giants.
That's it.
So to be a star on my team and, be around stars on each other team like Aaron Judge, him for sure, and all receive the same love that the city give from them, it means the most. It means, you know, I'm doing everything right. It means that whatever I'm doing, I gotta stay on that same track. Whatever I did before, don't get a big head. Continue to still have that mindset that whatever I did, it ain't done yet. It ain't what I want it to be. To get to where he at, Hall of Fame, you know, that's the ultimate dream. Whatever he did, he remembered that whatever I did those previous years, I got to continue to do it. I got to continue to find something to get better. I got to continue to do more. Because if I want more out of the next year, I got to sacrifice more to receive that this next year. So you got to continue to remind yourself that you ain't there yet. Like that, what you did was nothing. Especially how athletes are when you know you can be the number one in your position or number one in the world, and you feel like this past year just wasn't that. You seen like some things that just didn't go your way, or they might look at some of the dunks that he done did or 3-pointers. He like, man, that shit was weak. I didn't did way motion in practice. I didn't did way more stuff in training. I'm like, man, the world got to see this. And you out there, you showing just the regular basic stuff, but they're not seeing the ultimate stuff, and you know you can do that. So that's what be going through my head of just, the world ain't seen nothing of what I can do. That's just the bottom. What I know I'm capable of is way better than that.
He got phases, though. It's going to be phases. I mean, this is his first, second year. You know what I mean? Like, it's phases of your career that you go through.
But he's already in the.
But see, that's the problem here in New York.
I'm talking about he's already in the he ain't paying for shit at the restaurant status.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they sending him 2 bottles
in Jersey.
You know what I'm saying? In Jersey specifically.
Yeah, I'm saying
like,
Jersey. New York niggas like, nah, chat.
Yeah. New York niggas hit you with the tax like,
I got you, chat. No, we got the appetizer.
We got the appetizer.
It's phases. It's phases that he's gonna go through, you know, and then God's willing that he get a chance to, you know, have a career with longevity like that. It's phases that he's gonna go to. I mean, this is one phase, you know what I mean, of establishing himself amongst the giants, and it's not, you know, pun intended, but like the giants of the game, right? That's in the game right now. To establish yourself now, next year gonna be totally different. He gonna come in there more confident. He already established the baseline of his skill set and his talent, so it's only up from here. And then you have another phase where it's like something else gonna mean something to him in a couple years. Where I gotta lock in on that. So it's phases, man. Just take your time with these phases, man, and don't let New York push you too fast to get to those phases.
Yeah, straight from the source, man. Straight from the source. Speaking of, you know what I'm saying, stars and rookie years, Jaden Daniels, man, incredible run, your college teammate, you know what I'm saying? Rookie of the year, you know what I mean? Like I said, incredible playoff run, all that. What makes your relationship with Jaden, like, special? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all talk about? You know what I mean? Like, do y'all motivate each other? Right. Do you call him after the game? Like, you was fucking balling right there. Like, like that shit was crazy. Like, that shit look like a video game.
Yeah. It's so, I'm going to speak on something before that. It's so bad because we in the same conference. So, right. You feel me? When he play us, I can't really tell him. It's be like, feel me? Yeah. Be like, I ain't talking to you.
I sure was hard. Nigga, fuck out of
here. Yeah. But like, doing what he did, you know, it's like so real. Just because I know him and I know his work ethic and I know what he put into it. And I know just how much of a teammate he is or how much he want to see everybody else win. It was like, bro, I'm proud of you. Like, I'm ultimately proud of you. Like, I couldn't tell him as a brother that I'm ultimately proud of him. And I don't want people to try to, like, just because we in the same conference and we got to go against each other, that's going to ever change. Like, we going to compete, yeah, but that's still my brother for life. Like, I'm not changing who I am or just because I play on this team. It's never gonna happen. Like, I'm too real for that, to do that. Yeah. But like, speaking on his year, you know, he's an ultimate baller, ultimate teammate. He talks to us like he motivate us. He always makes sure that we on the right track. You know, he's like the ultimate leader that we follow. Cause he's older than us. You know, you feel me? I'm younger than him for sure. He always set the example in front of me to like make sure you're doing this, make sure you're doing that, make sure you're doing this league. And I was always the hard head about, man, look, Lee gonna do what he want to do. Lee gonna be Lee, regardless. But I had to take a step back and just like, okay, he really want to see me win. I gotta get that out of my head and start understanding like how big of an athlete he is and what he does. So I talk to Fi every day. I talk to Fi every day. We talk about, whatever we going through, or just, our mental, or just, what we want to accomplish in the year. Or he always might call me and I might be in the bed. He might be, look, bro, go work out, bro. You got your work in? You got some treatment? You good? Your health good? Your mental good? So it's things that we talk about that makes the relationship what the relationship is, rather than football.
Regular shit.
Right. Like we don't talk about the football. We make sure we straight off the field. We make sure we straight with life.
Yeah.
And that's why I respect him so much, is that we talk about life. We don't talk about what we do.
Now LSU, you guys are like a wide receiver factory. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Brian Thomas Jr., Odell. What the fuck are y'all doing at LSU? What they doing? What they doing out there in the Bayou, man? Like, why do so many great receivers come from that program?
But you look at those names, and when you look at those names and you start understanding of who we are from the same spot. Yeah. We all from Louisiana. We all built in the same way in Louisiana, but we built different. But we still got that same mindset of just, I want to show the world how different I am. Like Jamar, he got a nice style that he go with. That's his thing that he do. Justin, he see him with the grills, with the chains. That's what he do with the dance moves. You feel me?
With the dance moves.
I take it just like that. I got the chains. I got the grill. I got the nicknames. Odell, I got the one hand catcher. I got the swag. I can dress. You feel me? It all correlates to we just showing the world of who we are. But we just all come from LSU, where we just built different. It's something going on.
But what is it though? It's
something going on.
What is it though? Is it the wide receiver rooms? Is it the fact that because it's a wide receiver factory, right? And the turnover on wide receiver is consistent. Yeah. Do you guys have your own bond where it's like the guys who leave, they coming back. They coming back to give back to the receivers that's in that room now. Is that what it is? Or is like once you leave, you out of there, we catch you? Yeah. It's like that. I don't understand that.
It's like that. And it shouldn't be that way. Don't get me wrong, it shouldn't be that way, but it's like that's how it is, and that's what we follow. It's like soon as, Odell and Jarvis left, you feel me? And they had some other guys come, after them. Then Jamar and Justin went, and they had that swagger, and they said it what it's supposed to be. Like Odell and those guys said it. Jamar and them topped it. When we came in, it was like, this the bar. You want to go do what they did? You want to do what they did? This the bar. This what you got to follow. I'm teaching you what you got to do. It's up to you to live it, but you got to still have some dog in you. Which one of y'all is a dog? And whoever's the dog, they gonna find who that dog is, and they gonna feed that dog. Once they found them two dogs on that 2019 team, they fed them.
They was different, yeah.
When we found who the two dogs was on our team, we fed them, and we just let them eat. So it's
no. I don't know, you making it seem. I'm not letting you off the hook on this one.
I don't know.
What I'm saying is, it's like in basketball. Like if I was at a school in college where the best wings is coming from this university. Like this is small forward university. There's a way that I will be trying to get to those guys. Like, y'all got to come back. Y'all got to be here. Y'all did it because they raised the bar. Like, this is the bar. This is set. You want to do what Odell did? This is how you do it. You want to do what Jarvis did? This is how you do it. JJ, the bar is set already. But my question is, the fact that y'all have this factory, like the turnover on wide receivers, why the fuck y'all don't come back and and do something. Like y'all should be having y'all wide receiver school. Like now I got my business hat on.
Yeah.
Now I got the big homie hat on. Like
that camp will go crazy.
Yo, what? Like, if y'all just had a wide receiver school with just LSU receivers alone. Nah, y'all get all of y'all would sign every receiver in the fucking country.
Recruiting what? That would be the easiest recruiting shit ever.
Yo, come on, bro. Y'all can't keep letting that type of like y'all got to give back to that.
Okay, all right.
He gonna throw it in the group chat. He gonna throw it in the group chat.
Wide receiver school, man.
Like, you feel me? It's different because we all came from different staff. Like, you remember when like Nick Saban had, you know, his receivers, boom, they all come back. They love Nick Saban. Nick Saban been around for a long time. What's his name? I forgot the other coach that had got fired. He had Odell and those guys. Coach O had those guys, Justin and Jamar. Coach BK and Coach O had me and BT. We don't go back because they don't go back or because it's like the coaches didn't change. The relationship that you have with these one coaches is gone.
Yeah, copy.
Like, I don't know these new coaches that came. I don't got a relationship with them.
Right.
When I was in college, I fucked with these people that was there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same people there.
Yeah.
The love is there, but I don't know. You only love me because what I'm doing now.
Yeah, you don't know if it's genuine or not.
Before. You feel me?
True.
So it's like, do I go back? I go there. You feel me? I go there to train. I go there to talk to my coaches that I fuck with, that I really, got a bond with. I still know the players that's still there, so I still go back and talk to those guys. But they all learned when I was there. They learned when I was there. So we learned from, we didn't get to learn from Jamar and Jets, but I watched they film. Like, I went in that meeting room and I watched what made them different. We watched it. We had older guys in that same room that taught us that was with Jamar and Jets. So everything that we learned was from the guys that didn't get drafted before. They were some seniors that played with Jamar and Jets. They taught us. They taught us what they did. They showed us what they did. We watched it. And we learned from those older guys because they learned from Jamar and Jets. So it's getting passed down. It's just not getting passed down from the source.
Yeah. Y'all got to get right.
Yeah.
Y'all got to get right, man. Wide receiver school, man, Louisiana.
Right, but when you a guy like you, like Jamar, like you an elite wide receiver, like you top 10 in the country, like everybody knows your name. You know what I'm saying? Like, does it go beyond the coaching staff? Does it go to like now like the athletic director, people like that, where you get a relationship with them? Yeah. And you coming back to holler at them as opposed to coming through to holler at whoever the new coach is or whatever like that.
Yeah, they still got the same athletic director. So that's why, Joe Burrow goes there, sometimes. Jamar and Jets, they go there. They still got some of the same people. They don't got the whole 9, but they got some. But, like a lot of people say, Ohio State got some good receivers. When you look at Ohio State receivers, and I'm not comparing, you feel me? They're going to take this all out of proportion.
Don't do that.
No, we got you. They ain't going to do that.
Those guys that Marvin Harrison, Chris Olave, Gary Wilson, Jackson Smith and Jigma, those guys, they all played together. They was all in that receiver room at once.
Right.
Our receivers come in duos, 2-2 at a time.
This is what's making a factory.
It's like they learn from each other. You feel me? How to be what it is. We took it and had 2, top the 2, and top the 2 in different
variations
coaches
of it.
And different. You feel me? Different offenses, different people that taught us, and we just became like who we is off of just like we just dogs. Like we just. Like, you just can't fuck with us. Like, that's how it is. Like, you got to have that. When you go to LSU, you got to have that, I can't be fucked with. Like, there's no comparing me to this person. Like, he not better than me. That's how it is. Like, and I did it with BT on side me. Like, it was like, me and BT competed for one another to get better. It was always, when we did drills, it wasn't who can do it better. It was who gonna be more smoother doing it, who gonna look better doing it, and who gonna kill this DB today, who gonna win the most today. When we did one-on-ones, it was who gonna catch every ball, who gonna win every route, who gonna be the smoothest coming out every route, who gonna have the best releases. we always critiqued about everything we did because we knew when it was time to go compete. I knew on this side of the field, I'm not worried about BT not losing or winning. I know he gonna win. On this side of the field, I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
5 knew that. Like, he knew I got this receiver, I got Leak on this side. If I want to go here, I know he gonna win. I got BT on this side, I know he gonna win. I got 2, Kyren Lacy, rest in peace. I got him in the slot too. And we all was rotating. So you pick your poison or where you want to go.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
Yeah,
Pick your poison for real.
Nah, I fuck with. I just as fans again, man. It's impressive to see the turnover, man, and that LSU kicks out, and you know, wide receivers specifically, like that's different. Like, you don't see that, and you know, and I'm always trying to get people to come together and shit and gather. Like, y'all got something special down there, man. If y'all figure out a way how to really create something with that alongside, like parallel to what LSU got going on, y'all niggas got something special down there with that. So just think about that, man. And before we move on, we at the 7 p.m. family want to extend our condolences to you and your honor, your brother, man, Kyren Lacy. I mean, you just mentioned his name. Shout out to his family. Condolences with the family down there. We see what he meant to you. You know what I mean? We understand that, and we know he was actually next up in line of these. We see, these greats that we actually talking about from down there. So once again, we want to extend our condolences and the support here at 7 p.m. And we have this. We talk sports, we talk culture, and we also have this moment where we give flowers, but we also allow people to understand that this is a safe space. You get what I'm saying? So I just want to know, like, how you been as a young man, as a man, like, how you been holding up?
It's been rough some days. Some days I feel good. Some days I might hear a song that me and him that sung in the car together on our rides, just gonna work out together, and it just bring it all back. Cause he was a big NBA YoungBoy fan. I'm a big NBA YoungBoy fan. So it's something. Me and him always sent lyrics. NBA YoungBoy. But he talking on this song, and we always do that. And it's some things that, a song might come on and just bring me back to just, dang, I ain't gonna never be able to do that again. So I still haven't wrapped my mind around it, but I'm doing better. Some days, you feel me? It's the first person I ever lost in my life that I'm not gonna say actually cared about, but that I was close with. Like, I lost a grandmother, but I never really, knew her, wasn't really around her like that. So, my mom and those people was around them. So, you feel me? I was just, I didn't understand death neither at the time, but this was like the first person I have lost close to me. And when it happened, it hit. Like, it's like life real. Like, it's real. Like, any moment you can be gone. Like, and it happened so late at night that I woke up to it. And the craziest thing about when I woke up to it, I'm having like a dream of just, and I don't want to get emotional doing it, but I had a relapse of just something was going on, and I knew it, cause I was thinking about getting a matching tattoo with my closest partner. Like, I talk to him every day. Like, we always make sure me and him straight, and we have been friends for so long. And it was gonna be just a brotherly love that me and him got for one each other. And I had some in my head because he go work in Houston a lot. So I was like, man, I just hope I'm be able to find something. But I didn't want to do it because I don't want to make it seem like something might happen to him that I feel bad. You feel me? It was just something in my head that was going through it, and I kept hearing my phone go vroom, vroom, and I'm sleeping. I'm like, bro, please don't let, you feel me, something be wrong. Please don't let it be him. Please don't let something happen to him, whether it be on the road or anything going on. Like, I don't know how I react. And I went to my other phone. I didn't want to go to my main phone because I was so scared. And I went to my other phone, my business phone, and I just seen a lot of text messages. And I opened it, and it was like, bro, I'm sorry for your loss. And bro, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, bro, I don't want to check my other phone because, like, I don't know. I check my phone, but I go to Instagram first. And I see it was him. And like, there's like every thought in my head was just blank. It was like, I didn't know how to think. Like, I didn't know who to call, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. And it just, all the memories just started playing back at just me and him. And I'm like, nah. Nah, not him. This can't be true. So, you feel me? I called, his girlfriend. His girlfriend had reached out to me and told me, she had texted me. And the first words I said was just, what happened? Like, what happened? Like, everything was just so good 10 hours ago.
Right.
Everything was going good. Like, the draft was coming up. His court date was coming up. Everything was about to get relieved. I had just talked to him at the combine, asked him how he was doing, told him what to do with the 40. I'm like, look, this is what you got to do. You feel me? I was trying to put the blueprint because I wanted him to be successful so bad because I knew what he was going through. Mm-hmm. I knew what he was fighting for. I knew he had these two brothers that he wanted to take care of. I knew he had his mom he wanted to take care of. And I pushed him to that. And when he was around me and Jaden and BT, it was so good. Like, everything, his whole mindset was changing. Like, he wanted to be around us. He wanted to be different. He wanted to have the same dreams we had. And we pushed him to that because we knew he wanted that. And when we went away, it's like some of the things that we left him with, it just start coming out his head. And, I'm not sure what happened, but it's just, I regret leaving. Like, that was my biggest thing. I told my coaches, I said, bro, I regret leaving. I regret leaving school because I knew had I been there or we been there, it would have changed. Like, that's probably me. I'm not going to say for 5, but I'm saying that's probably my biggest regret is just not taking him with us when we left too. The draft. Like, just not having him with us when we got drafted. That's probably our biggest regret now, seeing what happened. Because we all wanted to get there, and he was just the only one that never got to see the end of the daylight. Mm-hmm. And we knew what he wanted to do. Like, he always talked about playing with one of us. Like, all he wanted to do was just play in the NFL, get his moms right, get his little brothers right. And it's not gonna happen. And I gotta find a way to live with that. I gotta find a way to put my head around that, or just, I gotta do it for him. Like, I know he wanted it, but I got the opportunity to do it for him. Have him not being here. And that's what we gonna do. That's what, BT5, that's what we gonna do. We gonna do it for him. Like, he gonna live through us. And I always, I know a lot of people say that all the time, let him live through you, but it's better when he living it for himself.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Nah, man, that's true. But I mean, like you said, man, the next best thing is y'all group, y'all brotherhood. You know what I mean? Like you said, like keeping his memory alive in whatever way you can. You know what I mean? On the field, off the field. But yeah, man, like shout out to you, man, for letting that out here, man.
That's a fact.
That's what we about. You know what I mean? Like. Life is real, bro. Life is real. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that happen, bro. There's a lot of left turns. You know what I mean? There's a lot of, situations that are not in your control. And it's really how you face those situations that make you who you are. You know what I'm saying? So,
but to that point, we gonna get off of that because I just want to show condolences and checking on the little bro. But to that point, which is why I said earlier about reaching back, doing a wide receiver school like that, or doing something. Because now you can't sit there with that. You can't sit and hold that forever. You get what I'm saying? And the only way you can give back to that is by galvanizing others that's coming after that. You get what I'm saying? So you have a big opportunity to step up to the plate and like, look, man, we doing this for bro. Like, we gotta get in line. You get what I'm saying? We all gonna do this. We all gonna create our little situation over here because we can't allow this to happen to anybody else, especially if we can go back and grab them out. So that's kind of what I was saying earlier along those lines. Let's switch it up a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? A little gear switch, you know what I'm saying? This is America's #1 show. I told y'all that at the top of the show. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I'm going to get a little bit more louder. And this is America's #1 segment, man. It is called Fuck With It or Fuck Out of Here Leak. You know what I'm saying? This is how we wrap up every episode. You know what I'm saying? You know what time it is. This is the show, B. I don't even got to explain this to him, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's up there. You know what I mean? We ask you about what's going on in the world, trending topic, you know what I mean? Music, art, sports, whatever it is. And you tell us, yeah, I'm fucking with that. Or, man, get that the fuck out of here, bro. I am not fucking with that at all. That is not leak approved. You know what I'm saying? First off, bro, we've been talking about this for 72 hours straight right now. The question of the year. 100 men versus one gorilla.
Somebody sent me this shit earlier, man. Go ahead, finish. Go ahead, man.
Fuck with it or fuck out of here. 100 men can absolutely beat one gorilla.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
I agree, bro. I agree. You know what people keep telling me? They keep disagreeing with me, but I keep telling them this. It's 100 dudes. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who it is, bro. It could be Marines. It don't matter. The first dude that go up to the gorilla and get his head ripped off and thrown off the balcony like Mortal Kombat, you're going to see 99 niggas running this way. You know what I'm saying? That is not happening. That gorilla is fucking y'all up. Y'all are bugging.
You know why people said it to me? Because they know I want to fuck with the gorillas. They know I want to go out there like...
have the safari experience?
Yeah. That's on my...
You got to square up with a gorilla,
that's
chick?
Top of my bucket list. No. Y'all respect the gorillas, shit. They tell you to respect the gorillas on the street. You respect the gorillas in their own habitat. You know, respect the real gorillas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so it's a fuck out of here?
It's a fuck out of here, man. That gorilla beat the shit out them 100 men.
My partner was talking about this. He like, they did like a little segment. It was one gorilla in the middle and there's 100 dudes around him. And I'm like, what evaluation that is? I'm okay, you crowd that gorilla, you run after it, but that gorilla is like, that gorilla hit hard. Like, that one person go up, bomb is done.
Man, he knocking 6 niggas out at one time.
He gonna jump on one of them. He gonna jump on one of them, stump him, bite, jump on the next one, throw him,
he
jump on the next
one of them.
It's over with.
Yo, bro,
that shit right there, the Donkey Kong shit. Just smash a nigga whole, like, pause, like the whole shit and just be like, you see a motherfucker like this,
fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Check it. Whoever crazy. Came up with that, they lie. Whoever think that 100 men could be the gorilla is lying. Chill out.
You are wilding, bro. I just think of it like this. Like when you watch the Avengers movies and the Hulk is going crazy and it's just mad soldiers coming at the Hulk and he's just like, man, get the fuck out of here. He's picking up a tank, throw a tank. That's what the real gorilla's going to do. Them niggas is 700 pounds. They're 700 pounds, bro. You not beating the 700 pound gorilla, bro. Get out of here.
Yeah, one thing is 700 pounds.
One of them. It's like bro. 6 of y'all got to equal that, bro. That's
one
crazy. Leg
is stronger than 150 of them niggas that's out there.
And their legs is hands. Bro, they got 4 hands. They can choke 4 niggas at once. Like, it's crazy. Like, you feel me? Like, that's bugged out. You can do the Mortal Kombat shit and be like...
That's part of left on that. That is wild. Like, you welcome back. Red flag is crazy. Oh, man.
Yo. All right, listen. Next up, in a recent interview with Complex, Ben Affleck said that his son attempted to put him on the pot, asking him if he's ever heard Hit 'Em Up. Affleck went on to say Tupac might actually be the all-time GOAT. So, fuck with it or fuck out of here. Tupac is the greatest rapper of all time. That's, yo, Ben
Pac is the greatest Tupac of all time.
Yeah.
Like, he got his own lane, though. Pac got his own lane. Biggie got his own lane. Pac got his own lane. Jay got his own lane. Esco got his own lane. And everything after that, everybody just come.
So he's saying fuck out of here?
Huh?
You saying fuck out of here?
Fuck out of here if Pac is the GOAT?
Is the GOAT?
Only because we have to say fuck out of here, so I don't want it to sound so harsh and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to say I respectfully disagree with that.
Respectfully agree
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that take, though, at Pac being the GOAT. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that take.
Right.
But respectfully, because y'all asked me the fucking question, I'm going to have to say fuck out of here.
But that ain't my generation, so fuck out of here.
Hey, there you go. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Say what it said. Personally, I feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? I'm a New York dude. You know what I'm saying? Didn't really resonate with me like that. You know what I mean? That being said, to
don't
me,
do that, bro. Don't do that. Pac was Pac. That's Pac.
Pac was Pac. Was Pac.
They resonate to.
Of
Pac
course,
he resonates to everybody.
Listen,
just say you pun. Just say you pun.
I'm
Just say you big pun, Chef. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's your goal. It ain't everybody else's goal. It's your goal.
Honestly, it's Prodigy to me, but we ain't gonna. That's another. That's a wash conversation. What I will say though is that it's like a restaurant, bro. It could be a Michelin star restaurant, but it's just like some cuisine that you don't really fuck with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It could be the finest
cuisine
of the
is not. It's not
top
bad
notch.
though.
It's not bad.
The cuisine is actually really good.
It's just not your palate
on that night.
You know what I'm saying? On that night. You know what I mean? On a different night, it could be like, yo, this is the illest shit I ever heard in my life. You know what I mean? So,
and he had an ill dish when he hit him up.
Oh, yo.
And like, oh shit. This food was good as fuck.
You know
I never had this dish before in my life.
This is amazing.
I get it.
You feel me? You know what I mean? So All Eyes on Me was another one.
I fuck with Ben Affleck take on that. Respectfully.
That interaction fucked me up. Like Ben Affleck with his son.
How old is his son? Why he listening to hit him up?
16?
He listening to hit him up? 15, son coming to the house about
like,
first off, fuck your bitch in the clip.
You fat motherfucker.
Nah.
Nah, one of y'all niggas got sickle cell? That's crazy.
Nah, fuck out of here.
But you're in the third grade?
What's this one?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Up next, baby. This is Spice right here. This is NBA Spice. We got Jimmy Butler, Dylan Brooks getting into it. Game 4, Warriors, Rockets. You know what I'm saying? We seen fights break out. You know what I mean? League. You know what I mean? Lions, NFL training camp. Is it time for the NBA and the NFL to adopt the NHL mentality? Woo! And fuck with it or fuck out of here. NBA and NFL athletes should be able to fight similar to NHL players. Yo, listen.
Nah.
I'm at the Devils game tonight, and I'm trying to see a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, what do you think about that? Is that crazy? Like,
I'm fucking with it.
He's fucking with it. Let's go. How you feel, Jay?
I'm fucking with it. I always see them dudes throwing hands like bro, I ain't seen one. Who had did the USA and another team? They started the game off with like 5 fights.
Off rip.
Bro, like, we can't fight in the streets because it might lead to something different. Like, people hang out with different people. Don't get me wrong. Like,
so you said take the helmet off?
Yeah, take the helmet off. Because we fighting with helmets, bro. That started to mess with the hands. I'm a receiver.
So
I can't really
take the helmet off.
Take the helmet off.
And you get what? 10 seconds to scuffle?
Man, you get busy.
That's it. First person hit the ground?
First person hit the ground. If they stay up, they stay. What if they stay up?
It's like that ball. So, his knee hit the ground. He's down. He's down.
Let's make it. Let's make it
getting the best.
Let's make it about 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Just throw them hands. Like 15 seconds, a long time.
I'm not fucking with them linemen out there. You had to hawk one of them linemen down out there.
See, that's where it get the levels.
Gotta be weight class.
You know, you don't go messing with no lineman. Like you walk away from that. Like that's when the old linemen start to come. You just back away. You know. Slowly.
So they like, I'm gonna check out with this DB right here.
Yeah, you gonna run into that's you feel me? That's in your frame. Like that's the person that's trying to stop you. We gonna keep the fights between that. Yeah. Not even the weight class. We gonna just keep the fights between that. Now, if you got a problem with O line, bro, talk
to Dex.
Talk to Dex. Get somebody to come over there. Like, don't do that. Like, don't do that to yourself. Like, you leave that shit alone. But if you got like a little DB, you feel me? And you wanna, scuff it out.
I ain't mad at like basketball. I ain't mad at that. Nah, fuck that. Nah. Take that shit out. Baseball, I ain't mad at. There's certain sports I ain't mad at the fight. Baseball, hockey, lacrosse, you know what I mean, soccer. Football is hard to fight in football, chat. It's hard, man. Basketball is like, it ain't gonna be too many fights if you let niggas fight.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be too many fights. If you know you can fight, like if you know, if we get in a scuffle, I could square up with you. Nah.
And then people gonna start taking boxing classes for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't.
They gonna try to be.
That boxing shit work until it don't work. I'm just saying.
They gonna put that in the
somebody rushing you, like somebody grabbing you and pulling you. You feel me?
But if you saying I got 10 seconds with you, and whatever happens in this 10 seconds, then we go back to playing. I'm cool with that. Cool with that.
Hey, as a consumer,
you stand on it, niggas.
I fuck with it
because it be a lot of bucking and shit, man. You know what I mean? Niggas be running up and. Especially today with these playoffs going on today.
Hey, yo, for real.
You know, a lot of people, they go on their Twitter and they run him out. Like,
Players.
You feel me?
Players,
Yeah, they run him
yeah.
out, like, you feel me, on the net. Like,
See, that's the difference today.
like, they run him out on the net.
They have to deal with. See, we didn't have to deal with that. I mean, I've dealt with it, but we didn't have to deal with.
You had to say to a reporter.
Yeah, but we didn't have to deal with players, other players. Like, man, that nigga's trash. So, like, publicly. So if you said that, you really felt that way. You get what I'm saying? Publicly. If you say that publicly, then you really felt that way. Because niggas ain't really was talking publicly like that. So for you to verbalize that publicly, it was the way. Football, I mean, now, today, the way that they get heat and the basketball players get heat today, just the athletes today, man, I take my hat off to y'all because it's a dirty game out here today.
Yo, fam.
It's no rules today. It's no more rules. Fans can do what they want to do. Players can do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's no rules out there. So
salute to you, champ, because like
no fighting, man. We the peace guard over here, man.
It's all peace.
No more squaring up, man. Unless no more squaring up, man.
Unless you really mad, then you can have 15 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Make
So
it
y'all
happen.
saying fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm saying fuck out of here, man. Y'all should
I'm
be
saying
fighting and
fuck
shit, man. Y'all niggas already angry on the field anyway.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Giants, Eagles, I fuck with it.
I ain't mad with I ain't mad with preseason and both teams getting together and we scrapping shit like that. I'm cool with that.
Preseason?
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Both teams come together. They have
me, it
training
gotta
camp
be
together.
rivalry.
I'm cool with that. Let's scrap.
It got to be rivalry. It got to be Yankees, Red Sox. Got to be Giants.
We need
Eagles.
more of that.
You know what I'm saying?
We
That's
need
what I
more.
to see.
We need to see them Giants, Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Giants, Redskins, and training camp and shit like that. Yeah, we need to see that. We need to see that in college. I think that's dope in college to see that in college.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Yo, you know what? What activates that shit though?
Till you say, okay, cool. You got a partner on the team, okay? You feel me? He didn't square with this dude. And he might have got busted up.
Thought about it for a second.
You feel me? He might have got busted up. You like, oh, no, it's not my partner.
That's not my-
And then he walking off, you feel me? They yeah. You got it.
See what I'm saying? You get
Then you
exposed.
find that crazy one, come sneak that dude.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want. That's what I'm saying.
It's
you don't.
50 dudes out here.
You
Nah, it
don't-
ain't
That's what I
fair.
said. No fighting, man. No fighting in
It could
football.
turn into something crazy. Yeah.
No fighting in football, chat.
It's too many motherfuckers
No
out there.
fighting in sports, man. Leave this shit out, man. Fuck those niggas beefing for sports. I'm glad I ain't in these playoffs today, boy. I would love to be a part of these playoffs today.
What?
But the way that
Shit is physical.
that man two-hand check, Brian, man.
Fuck
Man,
outta here.
fire y'all. He fired y'all his ass, man.
Say, get big, bro.
Man.
Get in the weight room
At half court, man.
Crazy work.
That is listen.
with the cameras out, bro. 4K.
Fuck that. But I'm sorry, yes. But fuck out of here.
Yo. Up next, we got Lotto. You know what I'm saying? She just dropped the Instagram post rocking that number 15 Q's jersey. Al. You know what I'm saying? She's out here repping.
No doubt. 7. You know what I mean? She's fuck with the 7s heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's
That's a
Lotto.
wild post with the Timbs on.
Nah,
Let me
shout
see.
out. Shout out to Lotto, man.
Keep going.
Okay.
Man, I'm hating.
Word.
Hey,
Shout
man.
out to Lotto with the Timbs and the jorts. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, word.
She had the Timbs with the jorts, Jordan socks, Q's jersey.
Like Ecuadorian jorts, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Lotto,
Shout out
man.
to Lotto, you know what I mean? So fuck with her, fuck out of here. Lotto doing the Mellow 15 throwback.
I fuck with it.
You know what I'm saying?
Come
She doing
fuck
the
with us
justice.
over here, Lotto. Come sit on the. You fuck with the 7. Come sit over here on the 7 p.m. couch.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get this 7 talk going on over here. Man. 7 p.m. with the 7s, man.
Yeah. You listen, I fuck with anything that gets us views. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
All
Lotto.
views ain't good views though, chat. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
nah, that's true.
All
You know
views
what I'm
ain't
saying?
good
All
views.
comments is good
But we
comments.
fuck with Lotto. We fuck with sis, so she's welcome on here.
Slide, come through. You know what I'm saying? It's the hook.
And with that being said, he over here sick. Don't be sick, Chad. She be at the games. She can be at the Giants games and shit.
Yeah, bro, you in New York now, gang. You could go to a Knicks game and be sitting right next to Lotto's courtside. Game
You gotta
5,
come to the
game
Knicks
6.
game. Why you ain't come to the Knicks game?
Y'all play tonight, huh?
You you go to the game tonight?
A lot of gonna be there.
Lotto, we flying
Pop up
Lotto
to the
in.
Knicks game, man.
We
Pop
gotta
up
wrap
Knicks
this shit
game.
up tonight. We flying Lotto in.
Come on, we gonna fly.
So
Pop
we
out.
can be in the building.
game. Fuck all that.
Yo, we bringing it to the Giants game, man. We gonna bring it to the Giants. Game.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer the question. I fuck with it, but before if I would have never came out, I'd be like, fuck out of here.
Yeah. That's some athlete shit. See what I'm saying? Athlete mentality.
Should be my jersey. Fuck out.
It's all love, though, man.
You know what I mean?
But nah, we appreciate you, man. You know, coming on the show, man. 7 p.m. We, as you can see, we try to do it differently over here. Our conversation is different. We tap into you as the athlete, but also you as as a person and a young man. So keep doing what you're doing, bro. We proud of you. We fuck with you. I fuck with you. You see, he got the dirty apple on his, the rotten apple on his chest, on his left chest. But we support you. Anything that I could do for you, I'm here. I'm in New York, and I'm sure you'll be seeing more of me. But let's stay tapped in. For I say that to a lot of people. People say that to me, but you one of the ones we should stay locked in. I appreciate you, fam.
Everything Champ said times 2, man. And you, like I said at the top of the show, man, you one of them guys, man. You on the rise, man. Proud of you, man. As a Giants fan, you know what I mean? And as a co-host of the show, pleasure to have you here, you know what I'm saying? This is 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, baby. It's a Wave Originals presented by FanDuel, you know what I mean? Listen, go to the little buttons, all the buttons that you see right here on the bottom of the shit. The subscribe, the little bell, the comment joint, the thumb that goes up, not the one that goes down.
On the left.
You know what I'm saying? Like, paw on the left. You know what I'm saying? Paw on the left. Go Dasso one time. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the YouTube, the podcast channel, wherever you get your shit at. Like, rate, review, you know what I'm saying? It's 5 stars every time, you already know. You know what I mean? We didn't get that one, but we coming for the next one. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is, baby, 7 p.m. We here, live from the hub, baby. It's nothing like it. We got Leak in the building. We got Melo in the building. It's your boy, baby. Stop it. Come on. See y'all next week.
Peace.